The Meridian drifted silently through the void, its quantum-shifted hull absorbing all electromagnetic radiation. Captain Maya Patel stood on the bridge, her dark eyes fixed on the tactical display, showing 3 massive alien vessels approaching the colony on New Eden. The ships belonged to the Karthak Dominion, a species that had spent centuries bullying lesser civilizations. The aliens had no idea they were about to face humanity's best-kept secret. Status of the colony evacuation? Maya asked, her voice steady despite the tension coursing through the bridge. 98% complete, Captain. Lieutenant Chen reported from his station. The last civilians are boarding the emergency shuttles now. The Karthak still think they're preparing for a standard trade inspection. Maya allowed herself a small smile. The deception had worked perfectly. For decades, humanity had maintained the illusion of being a relatively primitive species, barely capable of interstellar travel. They transmitted obviously encrypted messages using outdated algorithms, ensuring their secrets could be easily intercepted. They built clumsy-looking ships with obvious engine signatures. And all the while, they developed technologies that the older species had never even dreamed of. The Meridian was the pinnacle of that hidden progress. Its quantum-shifted hull didn't just absorb radiation. It existed partially outside normal spacetime. Its weapons operated on principles that the Karthak would consider impossible. Most importantly, its very existence was unknown to the wider galaxy. They're launching boarding pods toward the colony. Tactical Officer Sarah Rodriguez reported. Standard intimidation pattern. They expect the colonists to panic and submit. Time to change their expectations, Maya said. Deploy quantum anchors. Prepare to shift back into normal space. The bridge crew worked with practiced efficiency. They had trained for this moment, knowing that someday humanity would have to reveal its true capabilities. The quantum anchors, devices that could locally stabilize spacetime, moved into position around the Karthak fleet. Multiple energy spikes from the Karthak vessels, Chen reported. They're powering up their main weapons. Still no sign they've detected us. Maya straightened in her command chair. Send the message to the colony. Operation Eclipse is go. Across New Eden's surface, seemingly primitive buildings and infrastructure began to transform. Solar panels shifted into quantum energy collectors. Communication arrays revealed themselves as consciousness transfer nodes. The clumsy defense turrets reconfigured into temporal displacement weapons. The Karthak are scanning the colony, Rodriguez said. Their energy signatures show confusion. They're trying to understand what they're seeing. Let's add to their confusion, Maya ordered. Execute quantum shift. Bring us into real space right between their ships. The Meridian phased into existence, its sleek black hull seeming to drink in the starlight. The vessel was nothing like the bulky, utilitarian ships that humanity showed to the galaxy. This was a predator, built by a civilization that had mastered physics the Karthak had never discovered. We're receiving a transmission, Communications Officer Yuki Tanaka announced. They're demanding our identification and immediate surrender. Put me on, Maya said, her voice taking on an edge of steel. This is Captain Maya Patel of the Earth Warship Meridian. You are attempting to assault a human colony through deception and intimidation. This ends now. The response came quickly, the translator rendering the Karthak's clicking speech into English. Unknown vessel, your primitive species has no authority here. Submit to inspection or be destroyed. Maya's smile grew sharper. Primitive. Allow me to educate you. Target their primary power nodes with quantum torpedoes. Disabling shots only. The Meridian's weapons came online, releasing projectiles that existed in multiple quantum states simultaneously. The Karthak's shields, designed to stop normal matter and energy weapons, might as well have been tissue paper. 3 precise hits, 3 alien warships suddenly without power, their crews watching in shock as their supposedly inferior targets revealed capabilities that should have been impossible. Colony defense systems fully online, Chen reported. The Karthak boarding pods have been contained in temporal stasis fields. Maya opened a channel to all 3 disabled vessels. Your ships will remain quantum-locked until our colony evacuation is complete. Consider this a lesson. Humanity is not what we appear to be. We have hidden in plain sight, watching species like yours bully and intimidate others. That era is over. She paused, letting the message sink in. When you return to your leaders, tell them this. The galaxy is changing. The old hierarchies are about to fall, and humanity will no longer pretend to be less than we are. The bridge fell silent as her words echoed across space. Behind them, New Eden's true face continued to emerge, a testament to humanity's hidden progress. And in orbit, 3 Karthak warships hung powerless, their crews witnessing the beginning of a new age in galactic politics. The deception was over, and humanity was ready to take its true place among the stars. The Meridian's quantum communication array pulsed silently, transmitting encrypted updates to Earth's hidden fleet command. In her private quarters, Captain Maya Patel reviewed the incoming tactical data, while Admiral Chen's hologram filled the room with ghostly blue light. The Karthak are reacting exactly as predicted, the Admiral said, gesturing at the intelligence feeds. Their entire command structure is in chaos. They can't understand how they missed our technological advancement. Because they never thought to look, Maya replied, remembering the decades of careful deception. Operation Masquerade worked better than we could have hoped. The hologram shifted, showing footage of apparent human trading vessels throughout the galaxy. Each one was a masterpiece of deception. Quantum cores disguised as primitive fusion reactors, consciousness transfer arrays hidden as simple communication devices, temporal sensors masked as crude radar systems. The other species are starting to ask questions, Admiral Chen continued. The Karthak defeat wasn't as contained as we hoped. Rumors are spreading through the trading networks. The Galactic Council has called an emergency session. Maya studied the data scrolling across her neural interface. Every major species was scrambling to reassess their understanding of humanity. Surveillance networks were being redirected, diplomatic channels were buzzing with urgent communications, and military vessels were changing patrol patterns. They still don't understand the full scope, she said. The Meridian isn't just one experimental ship. We have entire fleets they've never detected. The Admiral's hologram nodded, which is why the next phase is crucial. The Karthak were just the beginning. We need to demonstrate our capabilities to the wider galaxy, but in a way that prevents panic and unnecessary conflict. A new alert flashed across Maya's vision. The quantum sensors had detected multiple ships entering the New Eden system, representatives from various galactic powers, coming to investigate the rumors of humanity's hidden strength. They're here to verify the Karthak report, Maya said. Permission to proceed with Phase 2. Granted, Admiral Chen replied. Show them enough to make our point, but maintain some mystery. Let them wonder what else we might be hiding. The hologram faded, leaving Maya alone with her thoughts. She accessed the ship's systems through her neural link, reviewing the carefully crafted revelations they had prepared. Each demonstration would showcase a different aspect of human advancement, enough to establish their true position in the galactic hierarchy, but not enough to reveal all their capabilities. Captain to the bridge, she announced, making her way through the Meridian's quantum-shifted corridors. The ship's true nature was now visible, its advanced technology no longer concealed behind crude disguises. The bridge crew snapped to attention as she entered. On the main display, 7 alien vessels approached in a cautious formation. 2 Zethra cruisers, 3 Illyrian scanning ships, a Mekthar diplomatic vessel, and a massive consortium research station. They're broadcasting on all known frequencies, Lieutenant Chen reported, requesting verification of the Karthak incident and a full technological disclosure from Earth. Maya took her command chair, a slight smile playing across her lips. Send them the prepared response. Activate the quantum beacon array. Let's show them what humanity has been working on while they thought we were struggling with basic fusion power. The Meridian's outer hull rippled as hidden emitters activated. Complex quantum fields began to interact with normal spacetime, creating visible distortions that the alien sensors would be able to detect but not fully understand. Receiving multiple responses, communications reported. They're asking how this is possible. The Zethra science officer is claiming our technology violates several laws of physics. Send them the educational package, Maya ordered. Basic quantum field theory, temporal mechanics, consciousness transfer principles. Everything we've declassified for this phase. Let them start to understand just how far behind they've fallen. The alien vessel's sensors were going into overdrive, trying to analyze the impossible ship before them. Maya could almost feel their confusion and growing concern as they realized that every human vessel they'd encountered, every human facility they'd inspected, might have been hiding similar capabilities. Captain, tactical called out. The Consortium Research Station is requesting permission to approach for detailed scans. They're offering significant technological and political concessions in exchange for access to our quantum field technology. Maya's smile widened. This was exactly the response they had hoped for. The galaxy's powers weren't reacting with fear or hostility, but with scientific curiosity and diplomatic overtures. They were beginning to understand that humanity had surpassed them not through aggression, but through innovation and patience. Grant them limited scanning access, she ordered. Show them the quantum drive signatures, the temporal stabilization fields, the consciousness transfer networks. Let them see what happens when a species develops in secret, freed from external interference and predetermined technological paths. As the alien vessels cautiously approached, Maya reflected on humanity's unique journey. While other species had developed along predictable lines, sharing technologies and following established scientific principles, humanity had taken a different path. They had questioned everything, explored forbidden theories, and most importantly, kept their true progress hidden until the perfect moment. The deception was over, but the real work was just beginning. Humanity would need to carefully manage its emergence as a superior power, balancing the need to demonstrate strength with the desire to avoid unnecessary conflicts. The galaxy was changing, and Earth's hidden fleet would lead that change. Maya opened a channel to all the alien vessels. It was time to begin the next phase of humanity's revelation to the galaxy. A shockwave of quantum distortions rippled through the New Eden system as the Meridian sensors detected a massive hyperspace breach. Maya's neural interface flashed urgent warnings. The Karthak had returned, but this time they'd brought their entire third fleet. 67 warships detected. Lieutenant Chen announced, his fingers dancing across the quantum interface controls. They're deploying in attack formation. Energy signatures suggest they've modified their shields based on their previous encounter with us. Maya studied the tactical display with calm interest. The Karthak ships were impressive, their crystalline hulls bristling with weapon emplacements. Under normal circumstances, such a fleet would be enough to subjugate an entire sector. The diplomatic vessels are retreating to safe distance, Tactical reported. The Consortium Research Station is requesting our protection. Acknowledged, Maya said, then opened a channel to Hidden Fleet Command. Admiral, the Karthak are forcing our hand. Request permission to execute Protocol Omega. Admiral Chen's response was immediate. Permission granted, Captain. Show them why humanity chose to hide its strength. Maya's neural interface connected with the ship's quantum core, expanding her awareness across space-time. Signal the fleet. Time to drop our masks. Space itself seemed to shudder as dozens of quantum distortions bloomed around the Meridian. Where there had been empty void, suddenly there were ships, vessels that had been there all along, hidden in quantum-shifted states that the Karthak sensors couldn't detect. By the eternal light, one of the alien diplomats transmitted, "How many ships do the humans have?" The answer materialized before their eyes. 30 advanced warships, each as capable as the Meridian, took up defensive positions around New Eden. Their hulls rippled with quantum fields, their weapons systems humming with power that defied conventional physics. The Karthak fleet is transmitting, communications announced. Their admiral is demanding our immediate surrender. They're claiming we violated galactic law by concealing military capabilities. Maya opened a channel to the Karthak flagship. This is Captain Patel. Your demands are noted. However, you seem to be operating under several misconceptions. First, we haven't violated any laws. We simply chose not to share our advances. Second, what you're seeing isn't our fleet. It's just one defensive squadron. As if to emphasize her point, another series of quantum shifts revealed additional human vessels. These were different, massive carriers and dreadnoughts that made the Karthak ships look like toys in comparison. Final misconception, Maya continued, her voice carrying an edge of steel. You assume you understand our capabilities based on our previous encounter. You don't. The quantum torpedoes we used against your scouts, those were diplomatic weapons designed to disable without destroying. Would you like to see what our military-grade technology can do? The Karthak fleet's energy signatures fluctuated, suggesting confusion and growing concern among their commanders. Their modified shields might stop quantum torpedoes, but they had no way of knowing what other weapons humanity had developed in secret. You have one opportunity to withdraw, Maya announced. Return to your territory. Inform your leaders that humanity is no longer maintaining its facade of weakness, and advise them that aggressive action against any human world will be met with overwhelming force. For several tense moments, the Karthak fleet held position. Then, slowly, their formation began to shift into a retreat pattern. They're powering down weapons, tactical reported, but 3 vessels in their rear guard are maintaining attack postures. They might be testing our resolve. Maya nodded. Select one of their rear vessels. Target their primary power core with a temporal inversion beam. Let's show them something they've never seen before. The Meridian's temporal weapon activated, sending a focused beam of chronometric energy at the chosen Karthak ship. The effect was immediate and spectacular. The vessel didn't explode or break apart. Instead, it simply ceased to exist in the present moment, scattered across several microseconds of time. By all the gods, one of the diplomatic observers transmitted. The ship, it's both there and not there. How is this possible? The Karthak fleet is accelerating, Chen reported. They're entering hyperspace. They're gone. Maya opened a channel to all remaining vessels in the system. To our diplomatic observers, what you've witnessed today is merely the surface of human technological advancement. We hid our progress not out of fear, but because we chose to develop without external influence or constraint. The galaxy is entering a new era. The old hierarchies of power are obsolete. She paused, letting her words sink in. Return to your governments. Tell them that humanity is willing to share some of our advances to help guide the galaxy toward a more enlightened future. But also tell them this: any attempt to steal our technology or force our compliance will be met with capabilities far beyond what we've demonstrated today. As the diplomatic vessels prepared to depart, Maya received a priority message from Admiral Chen. The quantum encryption was higher than anything she'd seen before. Well done, Captain, the Admiral's message read. The galaxy now knows we're strong, but they don't know about the Sovereign-class vessels, the dimensional phase technology, or Project Ascendance. Some secrets we'll keep, for now. Maya smiled, watching the alien ships disappear into hyperspace. Humanity had hidden in plain sight for decades, advancing along paths that other species had never imagined. Now they were ready to help guide the galaxy's development on their terms. The real challenge was just beginning. The Galactic Council chambers on Nexus Station hummed with tense energy as representatives from 100 species argued over humanity's sudden emergence as a technological superpower. Maya watched from Earth's newly installed quantum projection platform, her consciousness transmitted across light years to participate in the emergency session. This is unprecedented. The Zethra ambassador's crystalline form pulsed with agitation. The humans have advanced beyond Phase 7 technology without any guidance or oversight. The natural order of technological progression has been completely ignored. Maya suppressed a smile as she observed the council's confusion. The massive chamber, with its ornate architecture and ancient traditions, suddenly seemed outdated, a relic of an era that humanity had quietly surpassed. "That's precisely the point," she responded, her quantum-projected form stable despite the vast distance. "Your natural order is based on assumptions. Humanity chose a different path." The council erupted into chaos again. The Mekthar representative, a being of living metal and quantum circuits, raised its resonance voice above the din. "Our sensors detected temporal manipulation, consciousness transfer technology, and quantum field manipulation beyond our theoretical models. How did you develop these technologies in isolation?" Before Maya could respond, a new presence entered the chamber. Admiral Chen's quantum projection materialized beside her, his uniform bearing the newly revealed insignia of Earth's Hidden Fleet Command. "We developed them because we weren't constrained by established theories," the Admiral explained. "While other species followed predetermined technological paths, sharing advances and building upon each other's work, humanity explored paths that others had dismissed as impossible." The chamber's holographic displays activated, showing footage from the New Eden incident. The council members watched in stunned silence as the recording showed human ships phasing through spacetime, weapons that defied conventional physics, and defensive systems that made their most advanced shields look primitive. "The Karthak fleet's retreat has destabilized the entire defensive alliance," the Illyrian speaker announced, their multifaceted eyes reflecting the holographic display. "Several member species are already requesting human protection agreements." Maya stepped forward, her projected form casting no shadow in the ancient chamber. "Earth has no interest in replacing one hierarchy with another. We remained hidden not to gain tactical advantage, but to develop without external influence. Now that we've revealed ourselves, we offer partnership, not dominance." "Partnership." The consortium's primary architect clicked its mandibles skeptically. "Your ships can manipulate time itself. Your technology operates on principles our best scientists can't comprehend. How can there be partnership between such unequal powers?" Admiral Chen's projection gestured, and new holographic images appeared. They showed human research facilities, quantum engineering complexes, and educational centers, all designed to accommodate multiple species. "Because technology isn't our only advancement," he explained. "While we developed in secret, we also studied the galaxy's social and political structures. We saw the flaws in the current system, how older species suppress innovation in younger races, how technological development is controlled and restricted." Maya continued, "We propose a new model. Earth will share some of our advances, but more importantly, we'll share our methods. We'll teach other species to think beyond established limitations, to question assumptions, to innovate rather than simply adopt." The chamber fell silent as the implications sank in. Humanity wasn't just offering advanced technology. They were offering to help break the cycle of technological dependency that had defined galactic society for millennia. "And if we refuse?" The Karthak representative had finally spoken, their voice carrying barely concealed hostility. Maya's expression remained neutral, but her quantum projection briefly flickered with increased power. "Then you maintain your current path. But understand this, humanity will no longer hide our capabilities. We will defend our worlds and our allies with everything we've developed. And you haven't seen a fraction of what we can do." As if to emphasize her point, the quantum projections of Maya and Admiral Chen shifted, briefly showing their true forms. Consciousness patterns integrated with quantum fields, existing simultaneously across multiple planes of reality. "The age of technological suppression is over," Maya announced. "Earth extends an open invitation to any species willing to learn our methods. Not just our technology, but our way of thinking, our approach to innovation, our understanding that the impossible is merely the unexplored." The council chamber erupted into discussion again, but this time the tone was different. Fear and anger were being replaced by curiosity and cautious hope. Several younger species representatives were already approaching the quantum projection platform, eager to discuss potential cooperation. Admiral Chen's private quantum channel connected with Maya's consciousness. They're reacting better than expected. The simulation models suggested a 30% chance of immediate military response. Maya's quantum patterns pulsed with amusement. The models didn't account for their scientific curiosity. Even the older species can't resist the allure of technologies they thought impossible. Above them, Nexus Station's ancient halls continued to buzz with activity as the galaxy's political structure began its transformation. Humanity had hidden their strength for decades. Now they would help forge a new era, one of true innovation and unrestricted progress. The galaxy would never be the same. The observation deck of the Meridian offered a spectacular view of Earth's transformed orbital infrastructure. Maya stood at the quantum blast viewport, watching as ships from dozens of species maneuvered between the massive research stations and educational facilities that now ringed humanity's homeworld. 6 months had passed since the New Eden incident, and the galaxy had changed more dramatically than anyone had predicted. The latest reports from the exchange program are in, Lieutenant Chen announced, his neural interface projecting the data into the shared quantum space. 17 species have successfully replicated our basic quantum field technology. The Illyrians have made particularly impressive progress. Maya nodded, pride mixing with satisfaction. The decision to share human knowledge had proved more revolutionary than their military revelation. Young species, freed from the traditional restrictions of technological development, were innovating at unprecedented rates. "And the Karthak?" she asked, though she already knew the answer. "Still isolating themselves behind their borders," Chen replied. "But our quantum sensors detect increasing research activity in their core systems. They're trying to catch up on their own." A familiar quantum signature announced Admiral Chen's arrival before his projection materialized on the deck. "They won't succeed," the Admiral said. "Not by following their traditional methods. That's what they still don't understand. Our technology isn't just about the engineering. It's about how we think." The viewport's display shifted, showing various scenes from across known space. New hybrid ships incorporating both human quantum technology and alien innovations. Research stations where scientists from different species collaborated freely, unconstrained by traditional hierarchies. Young civilizations emerging into space, their development now guided by principles of innovation rather than restriction. "The consortium has officially dissolved their technology control board," the Admiral announced. "They're adopting our open development model. Even some of the elder races are beginning to question their old methods." Maya turned from the viewport, her neural interface connecting with the ship's quantum core. Through it, she could sense the vast network of consciousness and innovation that now spanned the galaxy. And Project Descendants. The Admiral's projection flickered briefly, ready for announcement. "The quantum consciousness network is stable. Once we reveal that humans have found a way to transcend physical form while maintaining individual identity, well, that should end any remaining doubts about following our lead." A priority alert flashed through their shared quantum space. Long-range sensors had detected something unprecedented. A ship of completely unknown configuration approaching Earth at faster-than-light speeds. But instead of triggering defensive protocols, the detection caused excitement among the sensor operators. "It's from the Zethra Human Collaborative Project," Chen reported, his voice carrying wonder. "They've successfully combined our quantum field technology with their crystalline computing, created something entirely new." Maya smiled. This was what humanity had hoped for, not just sharing their technology, but inspiring others to push beyond it. The galaxy was transforming from a hierarchy of controlled advancement into a network of innovative civilizations, each contributing their unique perspectives to collective progress. "Signal the fleet," she ordered. "Deactivate the remaining quantum camouflage. There's no need to hide anything now." Across Earth's orbit, dozens of massive ships shimmered into view, the last of humanity's hidden strength finally revealed. But they were no longer weapons of deterrence. They had become bridges between civilizations, their quantum cores hosting consciousness from multiple species, their labs birthing technologies that would have been impossible just months ago. The old order predicted chaos if younger races advanced too quickly, Admiral Chen mused. Instead, we've shown them a better way. Innovation without restriction. Progress without suppression. Unity without uniformity. Maya's consciousness expanded through the quantum network, touching minds across the galaxy. She felt the excitement of young species discovering new possibilities, the grudging respect of elder races recognizing the need for change, and the burning curiosity of countless beings eager to explore paths once thought impossible. "We hid our strength because we had to," she said. "We revealed it because it was time. But this," she gestured at the transformed orbital landscape, the hybrid ships, the collaborative research stations, "this is why we did it. Not to rule, but to liberate. Not to dominate, but to elevate." The unknown ship was closer now, its revolutionary design a testament to what was possible when different species worked together without constraints. It was beautiful, a physical manifestation of the new order humanity had helped create. The galaxy had feared chaos would follow humanity's revelation. Instead, they had found something far more powerful: unlimited potential, unleashed creativity, and the dawn of an age where impossible was just another word for unexplored. Maya looked out at the stars, knowing that somewhere out there, countless civilizations were breaking free from their predetermined paths, asking new questions, finding new answers. Humanity had hidden their strength until they could use it not for power, but for transformation. The deception was over, the masks were gone, and the future was brighter than anyone had imagined.